So Jimmy Garoppolo is set to be a free agent. He's not going to play again this year. He needs to be healthy when free agency starts, and he's not going to jeopardize that for the 49ers, considering he's not signed with them next year. If the Niners want to give him an extension now, I'm sure he'll come back and try to gut it out injured, but I don't think he's getting that extension from the 49ers. I think it's funny is the Niners have been trying to move on from Jimmy Garoppolo, but scared to do so. And they've made some very big moves to move on. 3 first-round picks they traded for Trey Lance, but never really gave Trey Lance a chance, or haven't yet, because he's a project. They don't want to take 1 step back, take 3 steps forward. So they kept Jimmy Garoppolo around, kept him around until finally young King Arthur, Brock Purdy, pulls Excalibur out of the stone and does it for like $400,000 instead of $80 million. And now the team's looking like, what do we need to pay Jimmy Garoppolo for so he can play 8 games a year and get hurt when Brock Purdy can do more for way less? And so now I think you're looking at, first of all, Jimmy's done here. Maybe he thought he could come back if Purdy stunk and Lance, you don't know what you got from Lance. Maybe 1 more year with Jimmy Garoppolo. No, you're done. And so maybe that's a good thing for Jimmy Garoppolo. Maybe he doesn't want to come back. But I think what's funny is his resume is starting to look flimsy. His entire resume is his win-loss record. And now what we're going to see is the Niners reel off a bunch of wins with Brock Purdy, and all of a sudden Jimmy Garoppolo's win-loss record isn't going to look – it's not going to carry any weight. I mean, if we're – like, Jimmy Garoppolo's fans judge him solely on the end result of the game, win or loss. Well, by that metric, Brock Purdy's way better than him. Never lost. Undefeated. And he beat Tom Brady. Jimmy never beat Tom Brady. So in all seriousness, when Jimmy gets to free agency 100% healthy and he starts talking to teams and he's like, this is what I'm worth, and they're going to say, well, why do you think you're worth $100 million? And he's going to say, I mean, did you see how many games I won with the 49ers? They're nothing without me. And they're going to be like, what are you talking about, man? They just won the Super Bowl without you. Or they just went really far with an undrafted rookie free agent who put up better numbers than you. So if the winning wasn't a product of you, then all you are is your limited skill set at 31 years old in a body that gets injured a lot. So, look, I mean, this really doesn't impact the 49ers, but well, it does in the sense that if he becomes a very highly paid quarterback by some other team this offseason, the Niners get a 3rd-round comp pick. But the better Brock Purdy plays, the less likely any team's going to look at Jimmy Garoppolo like he's some type of savior. They're going to see him for what he is. Worse than Brock. A guy who can function if you put him on a team with the best defense and the best playmakers in the league. But a lot of quarterbacks can function. I mean, Brock Purdy's doing more than functioning. He's flourishing. Jimmy Garoppolo was over here struggling to put up 22 points a game with all of this. Brock Purdy, 33 points and 35 points. So I feel like Brock Purdy's costing Jimmy Garoppolo money. Jimmy Garoppolo's costing Jimmy Garoppolo money. I feel like people are going to see him for what he is. Just because Brock's going to do everything he can do but better.